Ryan Garcia is either a crazy man, bipolar, schizophrenic, high on drugs, or just completely normal and being exposed to some crazy-ish in the world. Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney are set to fight each other on April 20th, and Ryan Garcia dropped an absolute bombshell at the press conference, saying that he wasn't treated nicely as a kid. I've got to say that for the YouTube overlords. They'll demonetize me otherwise. You know what I mean. And since then, he's been on an absolute tirade, exposing the elites of Hollywood, talking about P. Diddy, so on and so forth. But we're not here to talk about that today. Today, we're going to react to the face-off between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. Why? Because I'm trying to get into me boxing a little bit more recently. I'm covering a bit more MMA content, covering a little bit less of the influencer stuff, well, because there's not really much going on with that anyway. And I'm looking forward to watching this face-off because it's going to be either really entertaining or extremely confusing. And also, I've said it on the last two videos, as I'm getting back into my training this year, there's a very big possibility of me launching my very own app. I haven't documented this anywhere else, not on Instagram, not on Facebook, not on TikTok, nowhere, just YouTube. The app's going to be based around getting an athletic physique, getting strong, being fast, being powerful, having agility and speed, so you look good on the beach, but you can also perform good within your respective sport. And it's also going to be fighting based, so there's going to be tutorials on self-defense in there, how to punch properly, how to kick. I'm going to be getting my kickboxing instructor involved in it. If you're interested and would like to stay updated on the developments of it, check out the first link in the description or the pinned comment. Join me email list and I'll keep you posted. I'm super excited to get it going. Righty, yo, lids, let's do it. I never like this fake shouting B-roll footage. Ah, look at me. Ah. Okay, Ryan, pretend that you're screaming. Just feels a bit weird. Let's go.
4 years ago, you got into the ring when Ryan won his fight in Anaheim. And as the champion, you challenged him back then. 4 years ago, you got into the ring when Ryan won his fight in Anaheim. And as the champion, you challenged him back then. Why do you think it's taken this long for you two to fight?
Ryan was...
Because that's boxing for you, boxing politics. Not like that in the UFC, but it is in boxing. Fighters don't actually fight. Boxers don't actually fight each other in the primes.
Why do you think it's taken this long for you two to fight?
Ryan was my mandatory a long time ago, and we could have fought then, but you know, the time is now. Allah is a perfect planner, so it happened at the right time. It's a much bigger fight now than it was 4 years ago, obviously, so
I told him I had a plan. I'm gonna do this, this, and that. And I stuck to the plan. I said, I'm gonna see you last. I just stuck to what I felt in my spirit and what to do, you know, and that's what I did. And now we're here.
I like Ryan's answers, and I think that's a glimpse into what we're going to see here in this interview, is Ryan being completely honest and upfront. He doesn't seem like the type of guy who wants to be the alpha, who wants to come across and win every single exchange. He'll just be completely honest. That's the demeanor that I've picked up from him over the last few weeks, is he seems to be, apart from all the antics, pretty straight up.
There was a little bit of tension, but it was mostly friendly between you two. It clearly has changed. What made it change?
Just growing up and just, I don't know, I just matured and I just don't like it. That's it. I'm gonna go after him, I'm gonna go get him.
Okay, so Ryan's saying the main thing that's changed from him is he's grown up and he's a man now at the end of the day. I mean, he's only 25, and when I think back to when I was 25, you're still kind of young a little bit. You don't really know what you're doing. You do, but you don't really become a man until you're 30, I think, because that's when you gain perspective on life and you've had enough experiences that have built you up and hardened your character. That's what I've noticed personally.
I said that he said some things. He said that he didn't say these things. I heard that he said something about my religion. He says that he didn't say it, so I'm not gonna force that on him. If he said that he didn't say it, then he didn't say it. But that's what I heard, and that's what somebody who's a reliable source told me that. So it's like, that's something that you don't come back from.
They could be lying though. They could be setting stuff up.
But you could be lying too.
Okay, I would tell you the truth. I'd be like, you know what? I did say these things, but I didn't. I don't want to disrespect your religion at all. I mean, that's something. Look it.
And I seen you said about the Merry Christmas. That's not what I was talking about.
Okay, I thought that's what you were talking about. But anyways, I just want to make it clear, bro. I don't have anything against your religion. Like, I'm not trying to, you know, disrespect you in that way.
So Devin Haney is also 25 years old, but really, the answer that he just gave there, he's showing his age, meaning he's not emotionally mature yet, because I always notice people who aren't really fully emotionally mature and able to control their emotions, they always have problems with hearing that someone else had said something about them and they themselves can't go and address that person and just say to them, just to clarify things, did you say this about me? No, instead, what emotionally immature people do is they have a little hissy fit in private, get themselves all pent up about it, when it might not even be the truth. This is something that I've had to deal with personally, firsthand, running my business for the last 8 years, having to deal with staff and managing everyone, managing teams and people's emotions. It's an absolute nightmare. You've got to give people the opportunity to apologise. And what did Ryan do right there when he realised that he's upset Devin Haney? He said, oh, look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you about your religion. He's a religious guy himself. If any, and you think that Ryan's 35 years old, the way he's composing himself emotionally.
You've said in some interviews in the build-up that you think he's fake. You say he says one thing to your face and does something different behind your back.
What I meant by that is, hey, like, I know we get friendly, but like, I know what's underneath that. Like, we're ready to go get his ass, like, when they get that opportunity. Devin's Devin. I mean, he probably thinks he's not fake, you know what I mean? He probably thinks I'm fake, I'm acting.
Right, so we're really having this conversation, bunch of 25-year-old professional boxers. You said that he's fake. I heard that you said this about me. He said, she said. It all just feels a little bit playgroundy.
I don't know what he's talking about, so.
Of course, they wouldn't admit that.
I don't know what he's talking about, but
Of course, you don't want to admit your plan, lower his guard, then we go get him. Nah, bro.
he's delusional. He's delusional. I don't know what he's talking about.
You probably don't notice you do it.
Do what? What do I do? What do I say to your face and then act behind your
It's
back?
just like,
What the hell's all this about? Come on, lads.
I don't even give a
alright, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, there we go. It doesn't even matter. What the hell's going on with this interview?
Long time that it seemed like you guys were on friendly terms, even though you were around the same weight class.
Nah, it's cordial. We're rivals at the end of the day. Like,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? Like, we've been rivals since we was
9
10 years old. We went to circus when we were little kids.
You see Ryan's nose thing then? Weird that. Even when he's not talking, he keeps doing that thing. It's weird.
Ryan, knock it off. You're acting. Like, you're acting.
Yeah, I feel like we're talking about insignificant things here. Let's get on with the real questions.
Immediately after Devin beat Regis Prograis to win that title, you went on social media and said you're ready for that fight. What was it about that moment that made you decide this was the fight you wanted?
I just, like I said, I seen him picking up steam. Like, he was, you know, making noise. And I felt like he got to the point where, like, it's time to run it, you know? A lot of people like to say he's not a draw. I think otherwise.
I gotta be a draw. I think this is the biggest fight in boxing right now.
Yeah, from my perspective, and I'm kind of like a newbie to the world of boxing, it does feel like one of the biggest fights in boxing right now. Is Devin Haney a draw? I mean, it might not seem like it, but you can't deny that he's one of the best in the world. So this is a really good fight to make. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think Ryan Garcia's head is in the right place to be going into this fight. I think Devin Haney is going to batter him, but it's difficult to name another fight that's getting as much press and marketing as this. Who else have we got coming up? We got Usyk and Fury, haven't we?
Yeah, it's going to break the Durante fight. Like, it's
Live
gonna-
gate.
No, the pay-per-view buy.
What do you think it'll do?
1.5. I might mess around and get 2. I'm not even
So you might mess around and get two.
Okay, yes, yeah, you're right.
I don't think this is going to get 2 million pay-per-view buys. Definitely not. You want to put it this way, Floyd Mayweather versus Canelo sold 2.2 million, and that's Floyd Mayweather in 2013. KSI versus Logan Paul sold 2 million. The question is, are these two boys, Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, as big of a draw as KSI and Logan Paul? I'm not sure, you know. I'm obviously only messing, but I can't see this breaking 2 million pay-per-view buys. I'm going to take my best guess and say 800k, 900k. Am I lowballing it there? Are these boys a lot bigger of a draw than I realise? Because I'm a newbie to it. Maybe it will break a mil. What do you guys think? Let me know down below.
Here go Ryan calling me out because I just fought and da-da-da. He just watched it. We seen him do it so many times and then the fight not happen. So I didn't take it serious. We got into talks, negotiations or whatever, and then he went on a jog with Floyd, and then it fell apart.
That's kind of funny.
Did he say he went on a jog with Floyd? And that's how he knew that Ryan Garcia was serious about this fight.
Devin, what did you think of Ryan's performance against Oscar Duarte?
Honestly, I didn't get a chance to watch it fully. I watched like bits and pieces, but to be real with you, I'm not even trying to share him right now, but I fell asleep. I was in training camp, so I was tired. I had a hard workout that day and I fell asleep. So I did not watch the fight fully, but I seen that he knocked him out and he did what he was supposed to do.
Sound like he was getting a sly dig in there. Let's just refresh our memory what happened in this fight. We got Oscar with some solid pressure there. Ryan's fast left hook. Oh, wobbly. I don't even think I've seen this fight, actually. Okay. It's funny because that shot almost looked like it didn't connect fully. Sometimes those weird shots are the ones that knock your equilibrium behind the ear. Although that fight wasn't super eventful up until the knockdown. So maybe Devin Haney did mean it when he said I fell asleep. Just getting a sly jab in there.
When you saw his win over Regis Prograis, what did you think?
I told you, like, oh, damn, he got it going on now. All right, cool. Like, he dropped him with the right hand. That was nice. But I already knew that was going to happen. Regis is too slow.
Okay, let's refresh our memory of Devin versus Regis then. I haven't seen this one. Oh... That right hand was perfectly set up. Yeah, the more that I watch of Devin Haney, the more I see him just being a little bit too much for Ryan Garcia. I think the pressure's going to get to Garcia. I think Devin's going to be really relentless with the pressure.
How challenging a fight is this going to be for you?
We'll just have to see in the ring. Like, I can't really say it's going to be hard or easy. Sometimes I think fights are going to be hard and then it's over in like a second. Sometimes it's going to be easy work and it's actually harder than I thought. But we just won't know till we're in there.
That's an honest answer right there. No fighter is truly going to know the outcome of a fight, even when you're crazy confident. Unless you're Conor McGregor in the Mystic Mac days. Even Shaun Jones has talked about it many times, saying he always used to have doubt and used to have dreams of him losing, but that would make him train even harder. So good answer from Ryan.
How challenging do you think this fight's going to be?
I don't think that Ryan has got much better since the amateurs. Ryan fights the same way, does the same things. I mean, obviously he's got bigger and stronger, but it's the same thing.
Once again, I am no expert, got to put that disclaimer in there, but I feel like I somewhat agree with Devin Haney there. I feel like he's got slightly better, but is he making the leaps and jumps that he should be, especially for someone who's still only 25? Possibly not. Let's see what Ryan says back to that.
What do you think's different about you?
I know the steps I've taken.
I think he's a one-trick pony.
Oh my gosh, bro. It's annoying because he's just using that tank like,
how am I using it? It's the truth.
No, it's not, bro. Have I knocked people out with a right hand before?
But once they
have
took
I
away
knocked
your...
out somebody with a right hand before?
Who?
I don't know, but have I?
Who?
Have I?
Who?
Have I knocked out somebody with a
Tell
right
me
hand?
who.
Have I knocked somebody out with a right hand?
Tell me who.
I just said, have I knocked
No, I'm
out?
talking about on the elite level.
Oh, okay, that's what you're saying? Oh, not yet? You'll be the first one?
No, I won't. No, I won't.
Bro, it would be funny if I knock you out with a right hand. How hilarious that would be. He only has a left
hook. It would
hook.
be funnier if I knock
boom.
you out with a left hook.
That would be
What if I knock you out with a left hook?
That would be comedy. But what happens when I knock you out with a right hand?
It won't happen.
Okay.
These two are funny. I kind of get the impression that they're like two little kids and they haven't got anything super witty to say. There's a baseline of respect there and you can probably see them being mates outside of the world of boxing, but they're just proper nitpicking at each other. It's quite funny.
You're being delusional. You know there's a chance that could happen, right?
No.
Are you gonna lie?
No.
Oh, okay. Now you're lying.
No.
Oh my gosh, dude, I'm telling you the truth. Like, that's a possibility.
Yeah, Ryan's completely right. Of course, there's a possibility. Anything can happen in a boxing fight. Devin Haney's just saying, no, I don't even want to consciously manifest that. That's not going to happen in my world. But the question is, Ryan Garcia is known for his left hook, and most of Ryan Garcia's opponents go into the fight expecting that left hook. If Ryan can use his left hook to set up his right hand, then the chances of it landing and hitting Haney are quite high because Haney's going to be expecting that left hook.
He also believes that you can knock Ryan out in the first round of this fight. Do you think that's on the table?
I mean, I think that, Ryan gets overly aggressive, and we've seen him make mistakes when he gets overly aggressive. He since the amateurs, he would try to just go in there and he would just try to just jump on you. Like,
you could actually see Ryan nodding his head there as Devin Haney was saying that. A subconscious tell that he agrees with Devin, which is fine because he can agree with him, knowing that he's fixed that mistake. So watch again.
He since the amateurs, he would try to just go in there and he would just try to just jump.
See how Ryan's subtly nodding?
And we've seen Ryan get caught in those times. And if he comes out like that, he will run into something.
Okay, so Devin Haney has just exposed Ryan Garcia's game. If he does that, of course, is Ryan Garcia going to come out to the gate and try and put the pressure on Haney? Is Haney just going to sit back and wait for that opening and counter Ryan, kind of like Tank did? Or is it going to be vice versa? Is Haney going to put the pressure on?
Are you in the right place in your career for this fight to happen?
100%. This is the best I've felt.
That's a subtle way of asking. Do you think you're in the right headspace to take this fight? So see what he did there. He's asking it in the politically correct manner.
I think I'm at the top of my game right now. Mentally, spiritually, everything. Yeah, I think this is my time. This is my moment. He has the crown right now, WBC crown, and I'm ready to go get it.
I like it. Ryan's keeping the politics out of this. He didn't address anything that he said over the last few weeks. Good.
Devin, you've referenced the amateur fights a few times. 6 fights between you two guys. Said you gave Ryan a standing 8 count at one point.
Yes.
You did not give me a standing 8 count.
I didn't?
Bro. No, that's why you cut the video at the end. You know you didn't.
I swear to God, if I had
Can you find the video?
No, I've been looking for it. I swear.
If you did, I'll tell you.
I'll show you.
Bro, you did.
And I remember that fight too. I even got a point taken.
You did. I don't know how you won that. Bro, it's 3.
I beat the out
No,
you. What
you
do you
did
mean?
not, bro.
I gave you an 8 count.
You did not give me an 8 count. Even if you get a point taken
I
away.
got a point
you
taken
win.
away and I gave you an 8 count.
No, you did not give me 8 count. That's...
This is like unintentionally hilarious. Is it just me or does anyone else feel the same? Because we're not in the know. We haven't got the footage. And they're just going back and forth on what happened in the amateur fight that they had. Who knows what happened? The truth is in there somewhere.
No, you did not give me 8 count. That's cap.
That's cap, man. That's cap. You didn't give me an 8 count, man. That's cap. You capping. I prefer to say, you are lying, my friend.
Do you remember those fights well?
Yeah, of course. Like, you weren't good in the beginning, remember? Like, nobody took you serious. They're like, yo, Devin's easy work. And then we win, and then I wasn't even worried about it.
And then I started beating this
I was beating everybody.
Beating you.
Nah,
beating
man.
out of you.
No, you started off with somebody else, and you beat that guy.
He was going to the tournament, so he had more experience than me. Once I got that experience, I was getting older, I started beating out of him.
And that's one thing that we got to give to Devin. He's caught up to Ryan's level and possibly surpassed Ryan's level extremely fast.
Sparring.
Do you remember?
And
Do you remember West Virginia Junior Olympic Nationals? How bad I beat the shit out of you?
It was a split decision.
Bro, how bad did I beat the shit out of you though? If
You
it was
never
a-
beat the shit out of me.
Stop it, bro.
You never beat
So now we're talking about I beat the ish out of you, but it was a split decision. Which one is it, Ryan?
I remember that shit. I still remember that to this day. I said, I'll never let him do that shit again.
No, and then I tried to do it again. It didn't work. I was pissed.
I mean, what do I say to all that? They were kind of just joshing with each other, weren't they? Just joshing. Well, someone's capping. Who's the capper?
How challenging is this man to you?
We gotta see. Styles make fights. I feel like I'm levels above him. I feel like, he hasn't fought on that elite level, but when he did, he quit. At the end of the day, rather he want to admit it or not, the world watched him take a knee. The world watched him Colin Kaepernick.
I feel like I was handicapped. Obviously, I don't want to get into that
But
again.
you quit though.
I was handicapped.
But you did quit though. So you have that in you. It's installed in you. We did see you quit.
What Ryan's saying there is he was handicapped, meaning that he had some sort of injury going into the fight, or he had a reason going into the fight. Don't want to say excuse, because Ryan's not sitting there going, yeah, but this and but that and but that, when if he was injured, he does have every right to explain one of the factors that went into him losing. Maybe he'll expand on it now.
He hit me with a great body shot, and it hurt.
You got up right after the count.
I did.
Right after.
What would you do in that situation when you're like you're malnutrition and you're like dead?
I don't know. I can't say what
So
I would.
there
I
you
know.
go.
I know. I would never quit. I would never put myself in that position but you signed up
But
for
I
that.
did it.
You signed up for that.
Exactly, and I propelled
And
the
you-
sport.
you
I'm
knew-
cool with that.
Devin Haney can't exactly say that he'll never quit whilst critiquing Ryan for quitting, unless Devin Haney was hit with that exact same body shot. You don't know how you are going to react until you are in that situation. So yeah, if you was extremely malnutritioned, you had a bad weight cut, and then you get hit with a body shot, it's probably going to hurt a lot more than if you was at 100%. So I get what Devin's doing, just a little bit of mind games, just trying to get under Ryan's skin. But look at someone like Charles Oliveira. Everyone used to call him a quitter because he had quite a few losses. He tapped a few times. I think he even tapped to strikes as well. Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier would call him a quitter, and then Charles Oliveira ran through them both. So just because someone looks like a quitter in one fight doesn't mean that defines their entire career and their entire character.
Do you feel like you can outbox this man?
Yes, I can. I feel like I can.
By
No,
knockout?
you don't even believe that.
I do believe that.
You do.
I do believe it. I feel like if I wanted to, I could outbox you. Like if I just move on my bike and beat you, I could beat you like that.
Please.
I just don't want to do it.
Please.
It's not fun to me. I can't fight the way you fight, bro. I'm sorry. I'll be bored. And I can't. I need to get to it.
So Ryan's basically saying that Devin Haney is a boring fighter, stays on the outside and throws the jab.
He was trying to get to it with Tank.
You know how scared he looked in his eyes when I hit him in the second round? I swear I never seen somebody more scared in my life. He was. What did he do? He looked at me and said, he was running, like he was terrified.
Good takedown attempt by Ryan Garcia there. Also, when fighters talk about seeing fear in the eyes, that fear could just be confused with someone having a concussion. If you get absolutely cracked in your dome, you might look a little bit like this. Doesn't mean you're scared. It just means that your head's spinning.
You think you got a chin?
Dude, you got a chin. You get a little wobble too.
We seen you get knocked down.
But I never did
We seen you
this.
get knocked
Yeah,
down.
but
You got knocked down.
I get up within like a second though.
I didn't go down. You was fucked up. You went down.
Oh, I think what you
So you think
happened
you
to
have
you
a
was
chin?
worse. When I get dropped and come right back up, bro, that's a chin. Muhammad
That's
Ali
a
got
chin?
dropped and then he wakes up and he had the best chin in the game.
What they're talking about there is the difference between a flash knockdown and actually being rocked. So it's completely possible to get knocked down flat on your ass and get straight back up again and not actually be rocked. Then conversely, it's also possible to be cracked, not get knocked down, but then you're doing the chicken dance all over the place. It's two completely different things. Some of the best in the game still get knocked down and get up, who have got really good chins. But this argument is potatoes, tomatoes.
April 20th, we're going to find out. Gentlemen, thanks for being here.
Okay, then that was a little bit of a letdown. I think what we're seeing here is two lads who fought each other multiple times when they were younger. They've been rivals throughout the years, knowing that they're going to face off again at some point in the future. That date is in a few weeks. They're having a little bit of a laugh with each other. They're arguing about religion, and I heard that this person said that you said this about me. I've got a better chin. No, I've got a better chin. No, I've got a better chin. It was a little bit school playgroundy. Who do I think has got the mental advantage? Well, I think Ryan Garcia is still fairly competitive. composed. I thought he would have been a little bit more mentally unstable after everything that he's been saying over the last few weeks, but he seemed pretty fine here. He was honest. He was having a bit of a laugh. Devin Haney seems composed too, comes across very confident. Who do you think is going to win this fight? Who has got the mental edge? You guys, comment down below. Remember to join my newsletter in the pinned comments if you want to stay updated about the app. I'm going to start bringing a bit more boxing and MMA content to this channel, so make sure you like the video and you subscribe with notifications turned on because we upload every single day. Okay, see you tomorrow.